Hi, I'm Amanda Kalkanis with Off-Broadway Corona Theater. We at OBCTheater are excited to share with you some beautiful music celebrating the founding of our wonderful country, brought to you by some incredible performers from our OBCTheater family. Happy Independence Day!
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of
We would like to salute all the men and women who have served in every branch of the armed forces. Army.
First to fight for the right and to build the nation's might, and the Army goes rolling along. Proud of all we have done, fighting till the battle's won, and the Army goes rolling along. Then it's hi, hi, hey, the Army's on its way. Count off the cadence loud and strong. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wherever you go, you will always know that the Army goes rolling along.
Marines.
From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we will fight our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marines.
Coast Guard.
We're always ready for the call. We place our trust in thee. Through howling gale and shot and shell, to win the victory. Semper Paratus is our guide, our pledge, our motto too. We're always ready to or die. Coast Guard, we fight for you.
Navy.
Anchors away, my boys. Anchors away. Farewell to college joys. We sail at break of day. Through our last night on shore, hail to
By God, I've come to the conclusion that one useless man is a disgrace, that two are called a law firm, and that three or more become a Congress. And by God, I've had this Congress. For 10 years, King George and his parliament have culled, gullied, and diddled these colonies with their illegal taxes. Stamp Acts, Townshend Act, Sugar Act, Tea Act. And when we dare stand up like men, they've stopped our trade, seized our ships, blockaded our ports, burned our towns, and spilled our blood. And still, this Congress will not grant any of my proposals on independency, even so much as the courtesy of open debate. Good God, what the hell are they waiting for? For one solid year, they have been sitting here, a whole year, doing nothing. I do believe you've laid a curse on North America, a curse that we here now rehearse in Philadelphia. A simple flood, a simple famine, plagues of locusts everywhere, or a cataclysmic earthquake I'd accept with some despair. But no, you've sent us Congress. Good God, sir, was that fair? I say this with humility in Philadelphia, where your responsibility in Philadelphia. If you don't want to see us hanging on some far-off British hill, if you don't want the voice of independency forever still, then God, sir, get thee to it, for Congress never will. You see, we piddle, twiddle, and resolve. Not one damn thing do we solve. Piddle, twiddle, and resolve. Nothing's ever solved in foul, fetid, fuming, foggy, filthy Philadelphia. They may sit here for years and years in Philadelphia, these indecisive grenadiers of Philadelphia. They can't agree on what is right or wrong, or what is good or bad. I'm convinced the only purpose this Congress ever had was to gather here specifically to drive John Adams mad. You see, we piddle, twiddle, and resolve. Not one damn thing do we solve. Piddle, twiddle, and resolve. Nothing's ever solved in foul, fetid, fuming, foggy, filthy Philadelphia.
John, is that you carrying on? John!
Oh, Abigail, I have such a strong desire to knock heads together.
I know, my dearest, I know. But it's because you make everything so complicated. It's really quite simple. Just tell the Congress to declare independency. Then sign the bill, get out of there, and hurry home to me. Our children all have dysentery. Little Tom keeps turning blue. Little Abby has the measles, and I'm coming down with flu. They say we may get smallpox.
Oh, madam, what else is new? Abigail, in my last letter, I wrote that King George had gathered 12,000 German mercenaries to send against us. Now, I asked you to organize the Ladies' Auxiliary to make saltpeter for gunpowder. Now, have you done as I've asked?
No, John, I have not.
Why have you not?
Well, John, we have a more urgent problem.
More urgent, madam?
There's one thing every woman's missed in Massachusetts Bay. Don't smirk at me, you egotist. Pay heed to what I say. We've gone from Farmingham to Boston, and we cannot find a pin. Don't you know that there's a war on, say the tradesman with a grin? Well, we will not make saltpeter until you send us pins.
Pins, madam. Saltpeter.
Pins, John.
Saltpeter.
Pins.
Saltpeter.
Pins.
Saltpeter.
Pins.
Peter.
Pins.
Peter.
Pins.
Peter.
Pins.
Peter.
Pins.
Done, madam. Done.
Done, John. Hurry home, John.
As soon as I am able.
Don't stop writing, it's all I have.
Every day, my dearest friend.
Till then.
Till then, I am
As I ever was and ever shall be.
Whoa! 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 You sent for me? Hello, Johnny.
Richard.
Johnny and I need some advice.
Well, if it's mine to give, it's yours, you know that.
Thank you, Richard. As you know, the cause that we support has come to a complete standstill. Now, why do you suppose that is?
Simple. Johnny here is obnoxious and disliked.
That's true. Now, what is the solution, do you think?
Get somebody else in Congress to propose.
Why, Richard, that's brilliant. Isn't that brilliant, John?
Brilliant.
But the question remains, who can it be? The man we need must belong to a delegation publicly supporting independence. And for the time being, only Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Delaware have declared our way.
And Virginia. Don't forget Virginia.
Oh, Richard, how could I? I haven't. But strictly speaking, while Virginia's views on independence are well known, your legislature in Williamsburg has never fully authorized its delegates in Congress to support the cause. Now, if we could find a Virginian with enough influence to go down there and persuade the House of Burgesses.
Damn me if I haven't thought of someone.
Who?
Me.
Why didn't I think of that?
I'll leave tonight. Why, hell, I'll leave right now. If you like, I'll just stop off in Stratford long enough to refresh the missus and then straight to the matter. Yes, sir, I really have to compliment you on your judgment, Johnny. You've come to the one colony that can get the job done. Virginia, the land that gave us our glorious commander-in-chief, George Washington, will now give the continent its proposal on independence. And when Virginia proposes, the South is bound to follow. And where the South goes, the middle colonies go. Gentlemen, a salute to Virginia, the mother of American independence.
Incredible. We're free and he hasn't even left yet. What makes you so sure you can do it?
My name is Richard Henry Lee. Virginia is my home. My name is Richard Henry Lee. Virginia is my home. And may my horses turn to blue if I can't deliver unto you a resolution on independency. For I am FFV, the first family in the sovereign colony of Virginia. Yes, the FFV, the oldest family in the oldest colony in America. And may the British burn my land if I can't deliver to your hand a resolution on independency. You see, it's herely, therely, and everywhere.
Social?
The.
Financial?
The.
Political?
The.
Natural?
The.
Internal?
The.
External?
The.
Fraternal?
The.
Eternal?
The FFB, the first family in the sovereign colony of Virginia. And may my wife refuse my bed if I can't deliver, as I said, a resolution on independency.
Spoken modestly, God help us.
Oh, he will, John, he will.
They say that God in heaven is everybody's God. I'll admit that God in heaven is everybody's God. but I tell you, John, with pride, God leans a little on the side of the Lees of old Virginia. You see, it's here a lee and there a lee and everywhere a lee, here a lee, there a lee, and everywhere a lee. Look out, there's Arthur Lee, Bobby Lee, and General Lighthorse Harry Lee, Willie Lee, Jesse Lee.
And Richard H.?
That's me. And may my blood stop running blue if I can't deliver up to you a resolution on independency. Yes, sir, it's here a lee, there a lee. Come on, boys, join in with me. Here a lee and there a lee.
When will you leave?
Immediately. Here a lee and there a lee.
When will you return?
Shortly. Here a lee and there a lee. I'll come back triumphantly. Here a lee and there a lee. Everywhere a lee, forward home.
Don't worry, Tom. Let me handle it. I'll have Adams write it.
I don't know. He had a funny look on his face.
He always does.
All right, gentlemen, let's get on with it. Who will write our Declaration of Independence?
Mr. Adams, I say you should write it. To your legal mind and brilliance, we defer.
Is that so? Well, if I'm the one to do it, they'll run their quill pens through it. I'm obnoxious and disliked. You know that, sir.
Yes, I know.
Well, I say you should write it, Franklin. Yes, you.
Hell no.
Yes, you, Dr. Franklin. You.
What?
You.
What?
You.
What? Mr. Adams, but Mr. Adams. The things I write are only light extemporania. I won't put politics on paper, it's a mania. So I refuse to use the pen in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania, refuse to use the pen.
Mr. Sherman, I say you should write it. You were never controversial, as it were.
That is true.
Whereas if I'm the one to do it, they'll run their quill pens through it. I'm obnoxious and disliked. You know that, sir.
Yes, I do.
Well, I say you should write it, Roger. Yes, you.
Good heavens, no!
Yes, you, Roger Sherman. You.
But.
You.
But.
You.
But. Mr. Adams, but Mr. Adams, I cannot write with any style or proper etiquette. I don't know a participle from a predicate. I am just a simple cobbler from Connecticut.
Connecticut, Connecticut, a simple cobbler he. Mr. Livingston, maybe you should write it. You have many friends and you're a diplomat.
Oh, that would.
Whereas if I'm the one to do it, they'll run their quill pens through it.
He's obnoxious and disliked, did you know that?
I hadn't heard.
Well, I say you should write it, Robert. Yes, you.
Not me, Johnny.
Yes, you, Robert Livingston. You.
But.
You.
But.
You.
But. Mr. Adams, dear Mr. Adams, I've been presented with a new son by the noble stork, so I am going home to celebrate and pop the cork with all the Livingstons together back in old New York.
New York, New York, Livingston's going to pop a cork.
Mr. Adams,
Leave me alone. But Mr. Jefferson.
Mr. Adams, I beg of you, I have not seen my wife these past 6 months.
And we solemnly declare that we will preserve our liberties, resolving to die free men rather than live as slaves. Thomas Jefferson, on the necessity of taking up arms, 1775, magnificent. Well, you write 10 times better than any man in Congress, including me. For a man of only 33 years, you have a happy talent of composition and a remarkable felicity of expression. Now then, sir, will you be a patriot or a lover?
a lover.
No!
But I burn Mr. A.
So do I, Mr. J.
You
do?
John!
Who'd have thought it?
Mr. Jefferson, dear Mr. Jefferson, I'm only 41, I still have my virility, and I can romp through Cupid's grove with great agility. But life is more than sexual combustibility.
Bustability! Bustability!
Quiet! Now you will write it, Mr. J.
Who will make me Mr. A?
I.
You.
Yes.
How?
By brute force if necessary. It's your duty, damn it! Your duty!
Mr. Adams, damn you, Mr. Adams. You're obnoxious and disliked, that cannot be denied. Once again, you stand between me and my lovely bride.
Lovely bride.
Oh, Mr. Adams, you are driving me to homicide.
Mr. Jefferson, stop right
Homicide! Homicide!
there! Quiet! The decision is yours. Do what you like with it.
We may see murder yet.
Thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed this presentation.
And if you'd like to support our theater, we hope that you'll come see one of our future shows at the historic Corona Civic Center Theater, or by clicking over to OBCTheater.com and make a donation today. Happy Independence Day!